what you do in moments like that is really what separates and differentiates your company from others. Because most, to be honest, even though we're all adults here, most agencies, most creative people, many service providers aren't good at receiving feedback, especially negative feedback, especially when it's direct, especially when it maybe has to do with an error or an oversight on your part. That's hard. We've never liked that. But I think and when you can figure out, especially if you're in client services, or like sales, or you're an account manager or business development, however, there's many different ways to names for the same kind of work. But if you can master the ability to resolve conflict and make your client feel like you're good at receiving feedback and actioning on it, then again, that like really positions you for long-term future success and actually trust. I think there's a lot of client agency relationships out there that are very transactional and maybe in some cases fruitful, but still lacking trust. But the ones that really last a long time and like make a difference both for the client and the agency are the ones that are established on trust and kind of this like mutual sense of ownership. So all that to say, how do you handle it? I always say that we need to first acknowledge it. Often they can come in a little bit hot, like, how did this happen? I can't believe this. This is really serious. And the last thing that they want to hear is pushback on that. So we always start by acknowledging we totally understand, we agree. This is not something we want to see repeat itself in the future. We, whatever it may be, we've done a assessment of why it happened, and this is why it happened. And we accept that, it's as serious as you say it is. And then the next thing would be to identify the next steps, like after you've acknowledged the fact that it was an error or a miscommunication, what are we going to do about it? Making it really clear and concise and making them feel like you're moving really quickly. And then once you've established next steps and they're aligned with it, then I would take it even further and say, this is how we're going to avoid it in the future. So not just how are we fixing it in the moment, but what are we going to do long term to make sure that these things don't recur? And that's what we call quality assurance. And I think any agency should view their quality assurance process as just kind of like a work in progress. And it just becomes more and more robust every time you make a mistake.